DayZ is full of PvP battles that can either break hearts after a long day of looting, or inspire players to keep moving and grooving with some new gear to mess around with. Losing a gunfight can be insanely disheartening, but don't worry. I'm here with 15 tips to help you improve your PvP skills in DayZ. 1. Range your weapons. Using up on the D-pad or a page up and down on PC can help you range your scoped rifles to make them more accurate at a specific range. Use a rangefinder to get exact distances for your shots. 2. Use Hipfire. When you get ambushed or you bump into another armed player unsuspectedly, taking the time to aim down sight could be a death sentence. By holding down your aim button, your character should just raise your weapon without looking down the sight. This is a much faster way to react and suppress your target so you can get into cover, or maybe once you've mastered Hipfire, it can be a quick way to strike a killing blow into the enemy. 3. Silent switches. When sneaking up or hiding from another player, you want to be as quiet as possible. Switching traditionally is loud and can give you away. Instead, go into your inventory and drop that gun on the ground. Then, drag it right back into your hands and boom, you just changed your weapon silently. 4. Gagging yourself. It might sound weird, but if you have a cough, you're cold, or you're hurt and want to muzzle yourself so others can't hear you as easily, then I suggest using a single rag to gag yourself. It will greatly muffle your character's sounds. Do note that using a rag will cause it to lose its disinfected status. 5. Shoes off. Another way to stay silent when approaching an enemy is to take your shoes off. This will dramatically decrease the noise of your footsteps and make it very hard for others to hear you approaching. 6. Chambering your weapon. When loading up your gun, always make sure to chamber your weapon first before loading a full magazine. That one extra bullet could end up saving your life. I know it has for me. 7. Switch gun firing modes. When carrying automatic weapons, or really any weapon for that matter, make sure to be aware of what firing mode your weapon is on. Your weapon could be on semi-auto, burst fire, full automatic, single shot, or double shot. But thinking your gun is on full auto when it's really on semi can be a trip back to the coast for you. Always know what your gun is set to. 8. Holding your breath. If you're shooting at range and want to be as accurate as possible, hold your breath before taking the shot. It will reduce your gun sway and make it easier to line your shot up. 9. ADS to avoid noise. When in a situation where you need to hide and stay in the shadows to get the jump on someone, raising your weapon will prevent your character from shivering, sneezing, or making any noises that could give you away. It's useful to gag yourself still, just in case, now that some servers have found ways to fix this. 10. Flank between sniper shots. As a solo sniper myself, I know that I should never shoot from the same position for too long. I always flank between shots so that I'm harder to track down or spot, and it gives me the advantage of staying hidden while knowing where the other player is. Sitting in one spot for too long will attract zombies and other players' attention. 11. Know when to be patient or aggressive. A huge aspect of DayZ PVP is knowing when to be patient or when to be aggressive. This is an area of knowledge that takes a lot of time and experience to really nail down. If you're outnumbered and you're being pushed, be patient. Hold down an angle in a building and keep your vantage point. Be aggressive in the case that you know you outnumber or outgun your opponent, or if they're just low health. Always assess the situation in your head before making a move with the pros and cons of patience and aggression in mind. 12. Bullet drop. In DayZ, there is bullet drop, so always make sure to lead and properly range your weapons, or aim a bit higher for long distance, to be as accurate as possible. 13. Always double tap. With the addition of the shock system to DayZ, players are now more likely to go uncon from a gun wound rather than die, giving them a chance to fight back and survive the encounter, which is why you should always try to double tap when possible. 14. Suppressors. Suppressors can be a really useful tool to attach to your weapons when trying to stay hidden and surprise attack your enemy. Damage is lowered with the use of a suppressor, but staying hidden and tactical is a supreme advantage that you want to have over your opponent. If you can't find a suppressor for your weapon, or one simply doesn't exist, you can make bottle suppressors out of plastic bottles and tape. 15. Alt look. This last tip is simple, but can make holding buildings a lot easier. When your gun is raised, you can use the Alt key to look around and keep an eye on other entry points, windows, and so on. If you're a solo player holding a building, this can be very useful in spotting players, listening for footsteps, or not to mention helpful in holding down several entry points at once on your own. Well, there you have it. 15 tips to improve your PvP skills in DayZ. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe for DayZ content. But that's it for now, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.